Hello everybody, welcome back to football. Welcome back to That's Football for what is, without doubt, the biggest game of the season. We've said it a few times, and they come along and there will be bigger games of the season, hopefully, as the season progresses. But to welcome football back after the crap international break with a game like this is absolutely appetising. And I've just had a lovely sandwich and I'm still hungry. I'm hungry for football. A draw would be nice, says Level. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please come back, said Liquid Laser. I'm here. The Reds are about to win, says LLJ. Look, I think it's going to be difficult. I think a lot of people are going with a City win. Some people are going with a draw. I think for me, it's intriguing in the sense that that's a bit low. International break, it's dropped down a little bit. We need that a bit higher. I think it's intriguing in the sense that Man City will be favourites here. But let's go through the team news. Great to have you all back. It's a huge weekend for Arsenal, says Max. Well, look, I'm hopefully going to be doing the 3 o'clock games with you as well. So this is the first of 2 streams. This might be a little bit tight between the end of this game if there's a load of incident and getting live. But I mean, if I miss the first 10 minutes, I miss the first 10 minutes. But I am going to cover the 3 o'clock games because I think Newcastle-Chelsea is a massive game. Brentford-Arsenal, I feel Arsenal will win that. There might be a shock in the half-5 game. Tomorrow, we're going to do Spurs-Villa, which I think is another massive game, and then Everton-Man United. I tell you what, you're really spoiling us. What was that, Ferrer Rocher? With these chocolates, you're really spoiling us. With these fixtures, you're really spoiling us. Don't know why I'm putting the hands up there. Like Raheem Sterling running. But yeah, look, it's a cracking game. I'm going to do the Chelsea game, Natasha, yes. I might be a little bit late for it because it's a quick turnaround, like I say. And I've got to do a couple of bits. The finger is getting better. If anyone's been doing finger watch, the strapping is off. It's still very sore, but you've just got to get it moving. Not a lot of bruising, a little bit of swelling, but yeah. Probably need an x-ray at some point, but there we go. Let's have a look at the team news anyway. Let's start off with Manchester City. We'll get it up on the screen for you there. So Man City, Erling Haaland does start. Surprise, surprise, it's Cilla Black. Yeah, knew he would start. Got him in my Fantasy Premier League team. Remind me of FPL Watch as well. I've done something amazing with my team today. You might be stunned by it. I can't believe it. I can't speak. But Ederson in goal, Walker, Diaz, Aki, and then Akanji. Rodri, obviously there. Their midfield 3 will be Bernardo Silva and Alvarez with Foden, Doku and Haaland. It's a good Man City side. They showed some vulnerabilities against Chelsea. I hope they can show some vulnerabilities today. I do worry about the international break having an impact on players' chemistry and travel, and I think being at home helps. As for Liverpool, let's have a look at what they are doing today. Liverpool are lining up with Alisson in goal, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk and Tsimikas. Obviously, Andy Robertson still injured. Midfield 3 is interesting. McAllister, Jones and Szoboszlai. I mean, look, he could have gone with Gravenberch. Gravenberch is on the bench. He could have gone with Endo. I wouldn't have done that. He could have put Elliott in there. So he's gone with an interesting midfield 3. Front 3 as well. Salah, Nunez, Jota, Diaz on the bench, which means Gakpo is on the bench as well. But that means options off the bench. You look at that Liverpool bench, Gomez, Endo, Kanate, Diaz, Gakpo, Elliott, Gravenberch, Kelleher, Kwanzaa. It's a better bench than Liverpool have had for quite a while, I think. And then you look at the Man City bench, is it as strong? Phillips, Stones, Ortega, Gomez, Vardiel, Carson, Bob and Lewis. I think Liverpool, if they can match them up on the pitch, I think they can match them up on the bench as well. I mean, look, I'd like a draw. I would like a draw. And I don't want you to... Well, you can do what you bloody well like. I'm not here to dictate. But you can predict the result. Result prediction, I'm going to call it. You can do it based on what you want to happen. You can do it based on what you think is going to happen. I would like a draw. I think that would be perfect. If I can't have a draw, I'll take a Liverpool win. Oh, shock horror. Shock horror. It's not that shocking. I mean... There'll be certain United fans going, oh, Goldbridge, fake Forest fan, going for a Liverpool win. Swivel on that and grow the fuck up. At the end of the day, this is That's Football. It's not the United stand. And I look at that league table and I go, do I want to see a situation that I predicted where Man City have basically won the league by Christmas? And if they get 7-8 points clear at Christmas, it's over. So I don't want that to happen. Well, if they beat Liverpool today, that's a 4-point gap. I don't want that to happen. So if I would love a draw, that's the result I would want. If I get pushed on anything else, I would take a Liverpool win. I don't want Man City running away with the title. But what I will say is, Do I want Liverpool or Man City to win the league? That's a different question. Because I don't think Liverpool win the league if they win this game today. But I think if Man City win this game today, that's a firm hand on it. So I don't think wanting Liverpool to win this means I want Liverpool to win the league. I just think it keeps the title race open. The more games Man City lose, the more chance Arsenal, Spurs, Villa, or anyone else has got to win in the league. And obviously I'd rather Spurs or Villa win the league than Arsenal, Liverpool, or Man City. But I'm a realist. Have you seen City's fixtures in March and April, says Dewey? No. I presume are they easy? Are they hard? Are they hard or are they easy? You've intrigued me now. I'm going to have a quick look at that. March, they've got United, Liverpool, Brighton, Arsenal, Villa, Tottenham. Well, March is harder. March is definitely harder. But and hopefully, you'd imagine there'll be a latter stage of the Champions League as well. Anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in today. We're back with the best community, I think, when there's big games going on. So very welcome to That's Football. Make sure you subscribe and get involved. We have daily content on here. Just a big shout out. Last week we were on this channel. We'd already been live for an hour and a half, and I think we'd raised probably $5,000 by that point. Last week we raised £54,000 in a day for people with terminal illness via the Marie Curie Centre. It's been a long week since then, but yeah, it was a great stream last week, and thanks everyone who got involved in that as part of this fantastic community. That total is still going up, by the way. How are you feeling, Mark? Says Eric. I'm feeling good. I'm glad that we got football back. Don't Mind Me says, you should do an FM24 series and see if you can do better at United than Eric Ten Hag this season, says Don't Mind Me. Sounds interesting. Thank you very much for the super chat there from Don't Mind Me. You can do that through the $sign if you want. We'll read those out. Let me just make sure we haven't missed any before I go to the normal chat. Come on, Liverpool, says Paul. Mark hasn't even been a professional footballer, says BV. Don't know what that means. Liverpool bench is stronger, says Liam. Are you going to do the Chelsea game? We've done that from Natasha. Thoughts on the Formula One this season, says Bebop. Absolutely boring. I don't watch it anymore. If City get relegated by Chargers, who will win the league, says Natasha. They won't get relegated this year anyway. I don't think it'll happen for a while. I think I fancy Chelsea against Newcastle today, Alex, apart from the fact that it's at St James's Park, which I think always gives Newcastle a chance. But Chelsea, the way they played against City, I'm very interested to see how they're going to play today, which reminds me about my FPL. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Right. Let me just get that out there. My FPL, I have made some big changes. FPL, Fantasy Premier League. Some people play it, some people don't. I very nearly didn't play it. After the international break, I was like, this is the deepest I've gone with FPL for years. I used to be very good at it. I finished in the top 500 about 10 years ago. Used to take it very seriously. Really don't anymore, and normally miss a week and then I get bored of it. But I'm still doing okay in relation to Fantasy Premier League. And I'm going to tell you my team now because you can't copy it. It's too late. But I've got, at the moment, my total points are, where is it? We have got a That's Football League as well. I'm 7,783. I'm not even in the top million of the Sky Sports League. I'm in the top 500,000 Man United fans. I can't see what my total points total is. Oh yeah, if I click on here. I'm in an Ultimate YouTube League actually, where I'm, God, Bazinga's 6th. Sharky, Thogden's above me as well. Bloody hell. Chris MD's above me. Theo Baker's above me. Ben Foster's 10 points out. 688 I'm on. Will Ennie's number 1. He's got 780. So 688 points is what I've got. And my team today is Areola in goal, Colwill, Saliba, Harry Maguire, Son, Palmer, Saka, Salah, Watkins, Haaland captain, Ferguson. It could go really well today. It could go really bad. But so I've got Haaland and Salah in this game, and that's it. So I want goals. I want goals in this in relation to Fantasy Premier League. I've put Palmer in because Matoma's injured as well, and I put Harry Maguire at the back because I know he'll play. Yeah, That's just what we do. That's just what we do. People are laughing in the chat about Harry Maguire, but he will play. He will play, and he normally plays quite well against Everton. So this is clippable. Like, I'm either a genius or an idiot. And I think we all know that's always been a divisive topic. So there we go. Score prediction in this game. You know, how long's a piece of string, really? It's hard to. I find this really hard to predict because I'll tell you why in a very short summary. If you listen to the Goldbridge Saves Football podcast, we did quite an in-depth preview of this game, and we did a combined 11. So you can check that out through the Spotify and iTunes. Goldbridge Saves Football. Support the podcast. Play Goldbridge, which I need to do well at today. Forgotten who I picked actually. But basically, what I said about this game was that it really does come down to how the players play. I've got Calvert-Lewin, Hwang Hee-chan, Jesus, Alvarez, Watkins. So I'll go a little bit. Okay. I think predicting this game is difficult because Man City are the best team in the world. We know that. They're also at home after an international break, which gives them the advantage. So I'd lean towards City for those two reasons. Home, straight after an international break, and they're the best team in the world. But then Liverpool are an unknown quantity. Last season weren't very good. New team, had a good season, won at Newcastle, should have got something at Spurs, played well at Chelsea, played a lot of teams away from home, and are still in a title race. With Liverpool, they're either ready or they're on the road to being ready. If they're on the road to being ready, maybe they lose. If they're ready, maybe they get a result. And that's why it's really difficult to predict. I think Liverpool are on the road to something. I just don't know whether they're there yet. And if they're not there yet, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing because Man City are there. They are the best. Whereas from Manchester City's Liverpool's point of view, they're a bit of an unknown. Look, if somebody said you've got the power to decide this result right here, right now, as I say, I would take a draw. That's the result I would want because I think that just makes everything more exciting. What do I think will happen? I don't think it will be a draw. And the one thing I want to say, the one thing I have to say here is 4 minutes to go, says Josh Taylor. VAR. VAR has not disappeared over the international break. It's still there. Dougie's just gifted 5 memberships. What a legend of the chat Dougie is. Thank you very much, Dougie. Thank you very much for that. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. It's free to do it. Bottom right-hand corner. In relation to predictions, very interesting. We've had nearly 5,000 of your votes. 40% Man City win, 40% Liverpool win, 21% draw. And I think I'm not nicking your knowledge. I absolutely agree. I think that there is that sort of uncertainty around this result. But there's a lot of people confident with Liverpool. Will was saying on the podcast yesterday that he thinks Liverpool will do it. I've seen a lot of people saying Liverpool can do it. But I'll be honest, I thought Akanji was injured then. It's the Swiss flag. He had like a red with a white cross on it. Bart's just gifted 5 memberships as well. Thanks, Bart. I hope you let Homer know. But yeah, but we've got to keep an eye on VAR. We have got to keep an eye on VAR because we know that is going to be a big factor in any game this weekend. So let's keep an eye on the VAR. I don't know who the referee is. Anyone in the chat know who the referee is? I would love to not know who it is after 90 minutes as well. But yeah, it will have a factor, of course. It's a big game, big decisions. I feel that the VAR argument is Chris Kavanagh. Yeah, don't rate him. I think he's bang average as well. I feel that VAR and the PGMOL and the Premier League over the international break have tried to win some ground back because they were getting hammered every week. Every time there's football, they look idiots. So we had the Howard Webb, Michael Owen justification. We've had Arteta banned or charged. The PGMOL and the Premier League are they have teeth when there's no games. They can be authoritative when there's no games. They can be dictators when there's no games. Their problem comes when the games are back. And that's my concern about today is that even the Man City game, Chelsea, which was our last Premier League game, and we did that as a watch-along, it was absolutely fantastic. That game was brilliant, but it nearly got ruined by VAR. Jasper says, Gravenberg bench, what the hell, says Jasper. Well, it's a chance for Curtis Jones. I thought he was very unlucky to get sent off in the Spurs game, but these are the things that they've got to be careful of. I'm looking at the camera there. Darwin Nunez is a player I really rate. I think at some point he's just going to, find that consistency, very dangerous. Szoboszlai's had a fantastic start to his career, but then you look at this Man City side, they are machines, aren't they? They are absolute machines. And they know what they're doing. I don't think Grealish is even on the bench for Man City, is he? I don't remember saying those words today. Jack Grealish, certainly not in the starting lineup, and yeah, not on the bench either. So I don't. I've sort of sickness bug for Grealish, says the Red Devil. We're about ready to go here. Let me just make sure I start this at the same time. Grealish is ill, says Awoken. Thank you. He probably wouldn't have started anyway, would he? And we're off. Here we go. The Premier League returns, and let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Tahu says the City bench looks weak. It's going to be interesting to see how possession works in this game. Lovely play by Salah here, but not a great pass. Liverpool will look to implement the press and play their game. Man City playing out from the press here quite well. Foden finds a bit of space. And now they get it wide to Doku. It's good play by Man City to play through the press here. Doku up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. We've probably not had chance to speak about that enough. Cross came in, cleared by Van Dijk. Van Dijk against Haaland. There's some really interesting matchups here, isn't there? I think Doku against Trent, for me, is something that I've spoken about time and time again. Good defending again by Matip. Trent going forward, very good. Trent at the back, could that be a weakness? Game goes down to three things. Salah, Haaland, and which midfield is superior, says Daniel. I like it. Well, look, all I would say, I don't have a horse in this race. I want to draw, but all I would say is if Liverpool can turn up in this game and match Man City's midfield, how the hell do you do that? And why is Klopp not getting the credit? I mean, to go toe-to-toe with Man City at the Etihad against that midfield, if they do that, would be remarkable because he's rebuilt a midfield. Man United haven't rebuilt their midfield since Roy Keane left in 2006. We're talking 20 years. Klopp's done it in 3 months. Fahim says, if this is a draw today and Man United win tomorrow, we're in a title race. Never stop believing, Fahim. You're a fantasist, but, I'm with you. You've got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, how are you going to have a dream come true? Thanks. And talking of dreams, a cup of tea appears. Hi, Mark. Don't know if you've covered this, but let's hope a stupid decision destroys the game, says Joshua. I think you left out hope it doesn't. Invert the Wing says that Man City are dominating. I don't know how you figure that out after 2 minutes, but fair play. Who do you want to win, Mark, says Gary. If I have to pick a winner, I would go Liverpool for the good of the league. But I want to draw. Mario G says Doku's a bloody good winger, unlike Rashford, who is overhyped and bang average. Cup of tea and biscuits. Can't believe I've missed it. Yeah, there's nobody dominating this game at the moment because Liverpool have got the ball, although that's a lovely little ball by McAllister into Szoboszlai. Trent's inverted into the middle. Darwin through the middle. Lovely little flick there by, was it Bernardo Silva? But Trent wins it back from Doku. I want this game to stay like this. I think it's an encouraging first few minutes here for the purists. The fact that Liverpool have been able to get on the ball and Man City have shown them some respect. I think there's very few teams in football who do that. No foul. I thought it was a foul. It was a little bit soft. It could have gone either way on Curtis Jones, but he's played on and Man City will break away. Potentially down that left-hand side. Could be a weakness for Liverpool. Kyle Walker's got it. Obviously no Andy Robertson. When Doku isn't up against the 35-year-old fullback, he's very average, says Dig. I would read your name out, Jay, but it's just a load of letters. But says he's an Arsenal fan and a draw is what I'm hoping for. Apparently, let's celebrate the 20th super chat on a live stream, says Dig. Thank you very much, Dig. I don't think that was the 20th one today, but I don't know. I'm not arguing with YouTube. Here's Bernardo Silva. Somebody said there's a bit of a problem with the volume. Let me just pull the mic down a little bit. That might make it a little bit better. Ange said that managers who say I haven't got the players to go with my style of play is an excuse. Thoughts? I think he's talking out his arse. 58 go. I think he's talking out his absolute arse. You cannot give Pep Guardiola Rotherham and get them to play like this Man City side. So Ange is talking out his arse. If you could... So basically what Ange is saying is, and I like Ange, is that it doesn't matter what players you've got, you can play any style of football. Absolute nonsense. Why does Pep Guardiola need to go and buy Erling Haaland and Bernardo Silva and, you know, use Kevin De Bruyne and John Stones? That Ange makes no sense. You can, of course, try and do it, but why do people buy players then if you can turn players into anything you want? It's a nonsense. And the problem with Ange is everyone loves him at the moment. They'll start ridiculing him when things go wrong. I like the guy. I think he's done a great job at Spurs, but let's not hang off his every word like he's some sort of prophet. He's not. You think any Man City players stay when relegated, says Red Army? Well, they've got to get relegated first. Bit of a midfield battle going on here. And look, I've got nothing against Ange. I think he's doing a great job, but I've said this before. Pep Guardiola wouldn't go out buying good players, and he's the best coach in the world if he didn't need to. If he can polish a turd, he'd polish a turd. You can't polish a turd. You can try. It gets very messy and stinky. You need the players. CK says, missing the point. Ange feels a pro should be able to do that. Well, Ange is wrong, in my opinion. Why does a transfer market exist if you can get players to play your system? Some people just live up, and you know, talking about polishing a turd, some people just live up his arse and think that everything he says at the moment is, you know, spot on. Thoughts on Everton versus Man United? Well, I'm on the United stand for that tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I just love football, so I'm just glad that we've got football back. Don't forget that we're sponsored by the OneFootball app. Links in the description. You can scan that QR code as well. That didn't go out from Haaland. Wait a minute. Doku's got it in the box. We'll see what happens with this attack. Rodri edge of the box. Nice little change of play to Kyle Walker. Doesn't quite control it. And Samiskas, it's gone out. Yeah, OneFootball, links in the description, or scan the QR code. The great thing about OneFootball is you can get all your latest breaking football news for free on Android, Apple, etc. But the greatest thing I like about it is that we have the match stats going around here. And as you can see, Manchester City have 82% possession at the moment. No shots on target for either side. But they break the stats down individually on the OneFootball app. So you can go into this game, Man City against Liverpool, and see how individual players are performing as well. So check it out, OneFootball. Thank you very much to them. Free to download. Links in the video description. And the ball's gone out as well. Are you doing any more watch-alongs today, Joshua? Yeah, I'm planning to do Newcastle-Chelsea at 3. I might miss the first few minutes as I, you know, move things around quickly, but I am going to watch it. What's going on with Grealish? Seems to have fallen out with Pep, says HP, and apparently he's sick. Always wondered how Pep would have handled Maguire, says Darth. I don't really think Pep Guardiola wanted Maguire. If he did, he got him. I don't think he really wanted Alexis Sanchez. I don't think he really wanted Fred. I think they were interested, but when the price went up, I don't think they were. Feels odd having this game at midday on a Saturday. Do you think Liverpool are title contenders, says Ali. I don't want to use a cliche, Ali, but ask me again at 3 o'clock. I think if you're title contenders, you can't lose badly here. I think if you're title contenders, you've got to get a result here. Jaden says, how's the game been so far? Well, Man City have had good possession. It's coming down a little bit now, but it's not penetrative possession. And we are at the Etihad and we are playing Man City. So if we're Liverpool, I don't mind if they have 80% possession if they're just pinging it around, side to side. It's when they start to create chances, which obviously they haven't so far. Thanks, JC Brothers. Salah's in the team, yes, Lionel. Yeah, let me just get rid of 66 gaming. You're boring. You're boring. Bye. I'll make the decision for you instead of making silly comments. Right, Man City just keeping hold of the ball here. There we go. Liverpool have it back. Is there a single Manchester United player that gets into either of these sides? Oh, terrible ball out by Alisson. Who gets the save from Foden. You can't make mistakes like that. Curtis Jones. Man City's so aggressive winning it back, but Curtis Jones has won it back, and then he loses it. They've got to get... Liverpool have got to move the ball quicker. Alisson made a mistake at the back here. He's under very little pressure, and he passes it straight to Foden. It could have been catastrophic, and it wasn't. Luke Shaw would start for both these teams, in my opinion. I agree. He's better than Samiskas, and he's better than whatever Man City play at left back. Akanji, isn't it? So, good point here. Nick P says, is it me or are the advertising hoardings about double the size? I need to get my glasses on. No, they are massive. I've only just looked at them, Nick, but they are massive. Liverpool just need to get hold of the ball a bit better. They're not going to have a lot of the ball, so when they've got it, they've got to be precise with their passing. And Curtis Jones had it a couple of times in the midfield, and didn't retain the possession on both occasions. They've doubled up on their boardings because they've got... Yeah, they are massive, aren't they? Those hoardings of Man City's are massive. It's quite distracting. Shaw is not better than Akanji, says IDK. Well, he is in my opinion. So, should we do a poll? Let's do a poll. I need to end this poll. 45% went with a Man City win, by the way. We like a bit of polls on. We like some polls on here. We were the first people to start doing polls. Akanji, Shaw, get your votes in. I've done it wrong. End that poll. It's not a Akanji. George Kelly says they're set back. They are set back, yeah. There's 2 rows. There we go. Aki or Shaw? Who would you prefer at left back? I think Aki's absolutely bang average. I've always thought that. Man City fans will moan, but we won't hear it. Oh, mistake. Haaland's in. He's on the left-hand side. Gets it to Doku. Strong by Haaland, just shoving off Szoboszlai there. Liverpool just need to get a foothold here. They're not conceding chances, really, but for Man City at the moment, they just... they're having a little bit too much of the ball, and Liverpool can't retain it when they've got it. And they're just having to hit it long like Trent has done there. And it goes out for a throw-in. Volta says, Aki looks good because of the team he plays in. Put me up front, I'll score 10 goals. Just need to give me a couple of weeks to get fit. I'd score 10 goals in this team. Mark, what tactic would you use to beat Man City, says SPQ. Look, I do the same thing that Liverpool are doing. Confidence, shape. But what you've got to do against Man City is keep the ball when you've got it, because you might not have it a lot. You can't be giving it away cheaply. So you've got to be confident. People have got to be not hiding. They've got to be finding the space. You got to have the confidence to carry the ball when the space is in front of you. You got to express yourself. Luke Shaw wouldn't get into the Arsenal team. Also, why did you buy Højlund, who can't score, and sell Lukaku, that can? Zane, you're back with the shittest chat of the day. I mean, you should get a world record. You've got, I mean, Usain Bolt's got nothing on you. The speed in which you enter the chat and absolutely take that crown of being Super Prat is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Højlund's going to be a great player. He's just not getting enough service. He's the top scorer in the Champions League. Thank you very much, Zane. Welcome back. Game needs a goal, says Stu. Not if you want a draw. Saturday lunchtime, though. Look, people don't take enough notice of me. Lovely, but Matip striding forward. He's going to have to go wide into Salah. He'll whip a cross in. It's a decent cross. And it's a great save by Ederson. That's the first chance of the game. And it was Nunez getting on the end of Salah's cross. And it goes for a corner. Or have they given a free kick? Cross comes in from Salah. Nunez with the header. Does quite well. Ederson. Good save. And then... have they given a foul? How's that a foul on Kyle Walker? That is a joke. I mean, these referees, they really do play to the crowd. It's Darwin Nunez. He's got to hit that. He's got to hit that. And that there is the problem with Darwin Nunez. The header, good, did everything he had to do. He's in there. What's he doing, says Joe. Exactly. It's a lovely play. Szoboszlai plays him in. He might have been, to be honest, he's probably offside anyway. But he's got to get that out of his feet and shoot or pass. Højlund has 9 big chances missed in the Premier League, says NBA Highs, and he's done a laughing emoji. You know what you can do, mate? You know what you can do with your laughing emoji? Swivel on it. Who's the top scorer in the Champions League, the most elite knockout tournament in the world? Rasmus Højlund. So when you're going to start talking about him not scoring in the Premier League, you can have a big swivel on that because he's the top scorer in the Champions League. Now come back at me. Now come back at me. Oh, he's not scored in the Premier League. He's not scored in the Premier League. Top scorer in the Champions League. You've lost your argument. There is no argument. Raz is absolutely spot on. They're giving a foul for that on Kyle Walker, but not Gabriel. This is what I mean, mate. This is what I mean. This is what we're up against. Why do people still try and play the ball in behind Kyle Walker? May as well boot it for a throw-in. I think Nunez would have been offside anyway with that chance. I basically think in the Premier League at the moment that absolutely everything goes in City's favour, which is amazing considering they're meant to be charging them. I mean, it doesn't look good, does it? Half agree with Zane. Sign Lukaku and Rasmus, says Kyle. Who wants Lukaku in 2023? I mean, anybody who says get Lukaku in 2023, really, you know what their football knowledge is. Lukaku in 2023, God, no. No. Have you ever supported a team that's got Romelu Lukaku in it? Oh, it's horrible. He can score goals in the penalty box, but his control and link-up play, you may as well put a trampoline there. You never know where it's going to go. Liverpool have got to score the first goal in this game. What is he doing there? Playing out from the back here. Curtis Jones again. Putting him in all sorts of trouble. Well done by Samiskas. Nice ball into Jota. Up against Carl Walker. He needs a pass. He finds a pass into Szoboszlai. He's going to go himself. Good block. Darwin Núñez will be offside. Don't touch it. You're offside. Oh, what is he doing? I thought he was going to let it go for a throw-in. Why is Darwin Núñez touched that when the ball's going to go out for a throw-in? Mark, most of Højlund's goal were tap-ins. Even Nketiah will get more goals than him. You should have got Tony in January. Too bad he's coming to us, says Zane. I think Zane's obsessed with Manchester United. Fair play to him. They've just shown the half chance there. Curtis Jones not having a great game at the moment. Needs to calm down. Passing him by a little bit. Oh, thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. We're on the road to 20k watching here, so please do subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Mario G says Lukaku cost Belgium their World Cup exit. Look, there's nothing wrong with Lukaku if you are Everton. But I don't think in the Premier League he works. The game's too fast and technical. Serie A is a little bit slower. In the Premier League, the game's too quick for him at the highest level. 20 minutes have flown by. As I was saying, though, the amount of times I've seen 12:30 on a Saturday games not live up to it. This should have been the 4:30 Sunday game. I would have happily have had Man United Everton as the 12:30 game. I don't know why they've got those. Haaland's really up for this game. You know, he's winning the ball back really deep. Lovely play by Haaland. But yeah, this should have been the 4:30 game. Give them a little bit longer. They tend to be better games. Whereas Man United Everton's going to be probably a bore fest. Put it at 12:30. You very rarely get a 12:30 Saturday game as a classic. Martinelli says, show Zane some respect. Oh, City are playing on Tuesday, that's why, says Paul. Yeah, well, you can't play on a Sunday then, can you? Here's Doku on the right-hand side up against Trent. Doku does remind me a little bit of St. Maximin. He's got that ability to... it's quick feet, isn't it? It's direct, and when it works, it's unstoppable. But when it doesn't work, it can be like, this is good, down to the line, whips your cross in, causes problems. But he is very similar to St. Maximin in the way that he's very hard to stop. But the difference between St. Maximin and Doku is he's got Pep Guardiola to learn him. He's explosive. That's the word, Cocky. Exactly. Very, very well thought here. Lovely ball into Salah. He needs some help. We've got he should be booking him there. He should be booking him there for pulling him over. Absolute joke. This is a yellow card. Watch. Alvarez pulls him over. Yellow card. Not given. They just don't get booked for those sort of things, City players. They've been getting away with it for years. Hey, it's very close between Shaw and Aki, by the way. 52% to 48%. 23 minutes gone. Time for a stretch. I tell you what, if you want to get one of these jumpers, by the way, you probably need to be a Man United fan, but we have got a Black Friday sale going on over the weekend. United Stand Shopify. Get it delivered worldwide. Commemorates the treble winning side with baubles and numbers and names. My favourite there, number 16. It's a cracker. I'm being a Christmas tree, look. I'm trying to... No, I'm not really. I'm just stretching my back out. Yeah, Mario G is absolutely spot on. Pep instructs his players to do cheeky little fouls that break up the play because he knows referee will hardly hand out bookings. He's been doing it for years, Mario. Very well observed. Bayern did it. Barca did it. Pep's been doing this for years. It's called instigating the early foul, and his teams are a master of it. You make the foul before the danger comes, and you hardly ever get booked for it. Mark, but you'd think referees would... Well, this is the big statement. If we know it, and Pep knows it, and everybody else knows it, then why have the referees never figured it out and stamped down on it? Start, bench, sell, Haaland, Shearer, Rooney, says Chris. Well, I'm selling Haaland because as good as he is, it's one season. Whereas Shearer's the top goal scorer of all time. And Rooney did it over many years as well. So I'm not going to go with recency bias, Chris. At the moment, Haaland's still behind Rooney and Shearer. I would sell Haaland, bench Shearer, and start Rooney. Good super chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that one. That was from Chris Orchid. Hi, Mark. Besides United, which team averages the most views for you on a watch-along? Says Stephen. On here, I don't know. I mean, this is just a general football channel. Everybody's welcome. We've done World Cups. We've done Euros. I think my biggest ever watch was England-Ukraine in the Euros for some reason. It's weird. It doesn't compute like this on here. I think it depends on the game as well. Man City, Chelsea, before the break, we had loads of people watching. I think if the game is good, you get a lot of people watching. And also if the game is high profile like this, you get a lot of people watching. But to be honest, I think we've got quite a loyal audience that will tune in anyway. We'll probably have a lot of people watching Newcastle, Chelsea later. Mom says, beautiful jumper. Let me get rid of this twat. You also get a few twats in the chat. Doku is causing problems for Liverpool, says Dougie. I don't think Liverpool will be too concerned at the moment. The trouble with Man City is it only takes a second. Here's Foden. And that's a blocked shot straight to Alisson. Is Salah getting any shots? No. I mean, lovely play by Aki here. Into Haaland. This is the goal. Goal. What are Liverpool doing there? What are Liverpool doing there? I have to dissect this and say, what are Liverpool doing here? How has Aki stepped through? He's probably going to beat Luke Shaw in the poll now. How has Aki stepped through two challengers, and why is Erling Haaland unmarked in the box? This is sloppy from Liverpool defensively. It's too easy for Man City. They shouldn't be able to. I think it's a bad kick out by Alisson again as well. Where's the defence, says Cocky? It's terrible defence. I don't want to look at Haaland here. Yeah, it's a terrible kick by Alisson again. And Liverpool have broken. Szoboszlai and Trent, fucking rubbish. And then Matip and Van Dijk. I mean, I just think this is four players. Trent defensively, and then Matip and Van Dijk leaving Haaland unmarked is and Alisson's kick out. It's a shambles by Liverpool, that. Defensively, that's a shambles by Liverpool. 1-0, well taken by Haaland. You just can't make those sort of mistakes in a game like this. Jurgen Klopp will watch that back and he'll be speaking to those defenders on Monday morning and he'll be saying, what are you doing? What are you doing? I mean, Trent, as a right back, to not even put the bloody tackle in on Nathan Ake. I mean, he's not Messi. He's gone past Szoboszlai and Trent. And this is what we're talking about. Trent Alexander-Arnold defensively is a bloody liability. And then Matip and Van Dijk leaving one striker unmarked in between them is absolutely ridiculous. And the kick out from Alisson doesn't help either. You can't account for that sort of defending as a coach. You know, Jurgen Klopp will just be furious with that. Well taken by Haaland as well. I genuinely think Liverpool have been pretty poor this game. That's just Man City finally executing on one of Liverpool's many mistakes, says Cal. Yeah, well, Curtis Jones has had a crap game as well. Although he's just played a good ball there into Jota. I think they're holding on to the ball too much in the box. I think they're holding on to the ball too much, Liverpool, and that's causing them problems. They need to settle. The goalie has got football pie all over his face, says Tavis. Zane says, why don't you collude with the artist Banksy and do some United Stand Banksy prints? Who is Banksy? Isn't that the problem? Aki turned into Messi, says Kevin. Yeah, and unfortunately for Liverpool, Trent turned into a bloody goalpost or a bag of cement. I mean, that's just terrible. But look, there's a lot of mistakes in that goal. The kick out from Alisson again was sloppy. The tackle by Trent is awful. And then you've got to ask why Matip and Van Dijk, one of them, has to be tight on Haaland in that situation. It's just, it's incredible. But look, there's a long way to go. What Liverpool need to do now is try and switch on. I'd take Curtis Jones off for Gravenberch at half-time as well. He's having a bad game in that midfield, and you can't carry people in a game like this. Man City, when they're 1-0 up, are going to, just grow in confidence. It was good play. No, but look, let's now talk about the Man City goal. Lovely play by Aki. It's not his fault if people don't tackle him. He's got the ball. He's taken people on, which we don't see a lot of. And then played a lovely assist into Haaland, who has hit it so well, Alisson can't keep it out. But I think I agree with this. A very, very good comment coming in from Chris B. Liverpool need to push now. They do. They probably sat back a little bit too much and played on the counter. They're going to have to change tact here. Quickest player to Premier League 50 goals, says Tom. Well, he's I'm never going to not. Doku. I'm never going to not give these Man City players the praise. How they got there, where they're going, the integrity of it, that's up for other people to look at. But as players, I mean, Bernardo Silva, I don't like Man City. I don't like their players because they're rivals. But Erling Haaland's the best striker in the world. Bernardo Silva is a player that I was hoping was going to leave in the summer because, like Gundogan, I think he's fundamental. Kevin De Bruyne is not even fit at the moment. Rodri is the best holding player in the world. They've got some remarkably good players, and you cannot give Erling Haaland the space they gave Erling Haaland there, and you cannot not put your tackles in. And I think Liverpool have made a lot of mistakes in this game. Alisson doesn't look switched on, does he? What a great goal by the tapping merchant. Definitely took him. No skill to take that first touch, guide it through defenders and slotting it in, says Stev. Hungry says that Alisson's been horrendous this game. Has he done a lot of travelling by any chance? Still jet lagged, says Way. This is the problem. This game is a problem for anybody who's had to travel a lot. But that's the Premier League. They don't care about the spectacle. They just care about the volume. Nunez, did he handball it? What's he going to do? He's going to give it to Salah up against Aki. They've wasted that opportunity, Liverpool. 3v3, you've got to do better there. McAllister's been underwhelming as well, says FIFA Crazy. Dominic says he's got a massive gap between ideas. Corner to Liverpool. Lynn, welcome to the Members Club. Thank you very much. It would have been interesting if there'd have been a handball there, because it did look like a handball by Darwin Núñez, but I think in this situation, he'd be better off having a shot. Maria's going crazy here. We don't know what about. Corner from Trent. Alisson gets on the end of it. Liverpool retain the possession. Still 10 minutes to go to half-time. Liverpool have got to be careful here. They don't want to be in a situation... Oh, that's Curtis Jones again. He's having a terrible game, you know. He really is having a terrible game. I think there's a decent player there, but... he's probably the worst player on Liverpool's team at the moment. Here's Salah in the box. Well, there's a shove in the back there. Not a foul these days, actually, is it? Not a foul. Salah should have gone down. He should have gone down there. It's a foul in the Manchester derby. If you're wearing a light blue shirt, that's a penalty, basically. Oh, mistake here. Szoboszlai into Darwin Núñez. And he goes side netting. You see, Liverpool are getting into positions, but they just don't look confident. And I don't watch Liverpool enough to know. I don't know if they've got Liverpool fans here. Is this the norm for you? Because it's well intercepted by Szoboszlai. And I think here you've got to be scoring again. I don't think Darwin Núñez is going to score that chance. But I'm just thinking, has Szoboszlai got a shot on him? I mean, it's good defending by Man City, to be fair. Lukey says, this isn't normal. We're just off it. Hello, Mark. Much love from Croatia. You have so many fans here, says Messi. Thank you very much, mate. It's been better from Liverpool since the goal. Love the Christmas jumper, says Luke Gallagher. Yeah, you can get them on United Stands, Shopify. Check it out. We do ship worldwide. And we've got a Black Friday spin wheel on the website at the moment. So you can spin and you can get like 20% off, 50% off. Check it out on our website, United Stand Shopify, if you want to get one. Oh, here we go. Doku again. Lays it off to the edge of the box. Akanji. Akanji's a good player, you know. That's a player that Rangnick wanted at Man United. And Alvarez. And Enzo. And Nkunku. And Vardiel. There's a theme here, isn't there? Rangnick knew what he was on about, basically. Foden. And Alvarez pops it out. There's more. Rangnick wanted Lema, Akanji, Alvarez, Enzo Fernandez, Nkunku, Vardiel, Darwin Núñez. There were 7 players on the list of Ralph Rangnick before they moved to any British clubs. What did we get? Yeah. He wanted Luis Diaz as well, says NRM MUFC. Well, that's a lovely kick out by Edison, you know. I actually thought... You can tell it's a good kick out from a goalkeeper when the defenders think they're nearly going to get it, and they don't. Do you think Alisson... Well, a few people are saying Alisson is having a bad game. Do you think he could have done better on the shot? I'd have to see it again at half-time. I know he got a hand on it. You'd always side with the fact that it's probably a really good finish by Haaland. Daz says, this match looks like one team has been away on international duty and the other have been training together for 2 weeks after feigning injury to duck out of international, says Daz. Is that what Man City did? I'm sure... No, surely most of that Man City side were on international duty. Foden was. Who has been better since the goal, says King Cop. I think since the goal, Man City have been preserving energy. I think they've allowed Liverpool to have the ball, and they're probably... It's a transition, isn't it? When it's 0-0, when it's 0-0, Man City will do the pushing to get the first goal. Now that they've got the goal, Liverpool have got to come out a little bit more. So Man City will look to break a little bit more. Liverpool have won more points than anyone else from losing positions this season. Please do subscribe to the channel, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner, you're very welcome on That's Football. Everybody's welcome on here, even City fans. In fact, we got some very good contributions from City fans on the charity stream last week, so I'm not going to slag them off too much. The reason I ask is we're only 20 subscribers away from 62,000. We're on 61,976 at the moment, so please do subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner, you're very welcome. Doku looking for a foul there. Trent's done well, needs to slip it into Salah, which he does. And Salah, down the right-hand side, slips it into Darwin Núñez, who, is he onside or not? Yeah, he's offside. He's offside. Referee, linesman let it go a little bit, but he must have been confident that he was offside. Let's have a look. Yeah, he's miles off. Good officiating there. Good officiating. 40 minutes gone. 1-0 to Liverpool. Let's have a quick look at the... let's have a look at the poll. Aki's won it 54% to 46%. Recency bias there. Luke Shaw was winning with 52%, but Aki got a very good assist in game. So, yeah, there's your recency bias for you. Let's have a look at the stats so far. And there we are with them. Man City, 65% possession, 3 shots on target to 1. Liverpool have only had 1 corner as well. So the momentum, well, look, Man City are the better side at the moment, aren't they? I think Liverpool fans would admit that. McAllister might shoot from here. Wild. Salah into Szoboszlai. Good cross by Szoboszlai, the way he arched that. I worry when Curtis Jones has done well there. Where's he going to go? What's he going to do? He's got a pass. Oh, he's played a terrible pass. He's having a bad game, Curtis Jones. And if this ends up being a goal, it's a 3v2 for Man City. Alvarez. Oh, he's put it wide. He's way off. Way off. Dougie says he needs to come off at half time. He's just way off the pace, mate. It's I mean this could have been a second goal and it's probably game over if City score again. He's lost it again there. It was a bad pass for him. He's just not making any impact apart from for Man City. Matip's done well there. Into Salah. Here we go. Lovely play. Now it's Darwin Núñez. They've moved this well, but he's very far out on the right-hand side, Darwin Núñez. And I don't know what he's going to do. He's won a corner. He's won a corner. No, they've changed his fucking mind. Is the linesman playing for City or something? Unfucking believable. Gives a corner, gets shouted at by Man City players and changes his fucking mind. I don't know whether does that clearly come off Darwin Núñez? Tell you what, you can see why City are successful. They get these non-fouls on Kyle Walker, which stops it being a corner. They appeal for bloody corners and get them turned to goal kicks. When you're winning, you're winning. I'm not saying it didn't kick. I'm not saying it didn't hit Núñez. I'm saying he changed his bloody mind. He had his flag down for a corner. Diaz shouts at him. He's still got his flag down. Another City player shouts at him and puts it up for the bloody goal kick. He changed his mind. Ooh, what a shot by Foden. Good save by Alisson there. I'm not saying it didn't hit him. I'm saying the linesman changed his fucking mind. Switch your brain on, you prat. Whether he got the decision right or wrong, he changed his mind because Man City players were shouting at him. You don't change your mind because Man City players shout at you. Good shot by Foden. Good save by Alisson. That's a cracking save. That's fingertips. That's a, you know what? That save there from Alisson, it won't get the credit it deserves. That's fingertips from the bottom corner. Fantastic save. I've played the game. I've played the game. Corner to Manchester City. Back post, Aki. He's having a good game. Heads it over the bar. Would you change anything at half time? Yeah. He's got to take Curtis Jones off. You can't carry someone in the midfield. You just can't. It's not against Man City. Oh, Man City have got Spurs at home next week. Wide to Salah. Bosley. Oh. Edison. Oh, how lucky do you want to be? He palms it back into play across the 6-yard box, which is a big no-no for goalkeepers, but it lands at a Man City player's feet. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. You're absolute legends. We won't always agree, don't worry. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to enjoy football. And football is about debate. Don't ever let football become, you know, not about debate. It's always been about debate. It's always been about disagreement. It's always been about passion. That's what we love. Only going to be 1 minute added on here. Yeah, I lovely. Come on, you've only got a minute. Trent, he's going to blow for half time. You fucking idiot. You should have played that pass. Half time, 1-0 to Manchester City. Probably a fair reflection, actually, of what's going on. Erling Haaland, I'd like to see that chance again, but having said that, it doesn't matter because the save that Alisson made from Phil Foden probably will not get the credit he deserves. Haaland running around like he's a bloody robot because he is. Absolute merciless, isn't he? Is that a word? Yeah. Look, you cannot give Erling Haaland that amount of space. And Liverpool, as much as Man City have had the better of the play, 63%, etc., etc., Liverpool in that game really haven't given Man City any chances. The Foden chance is good, but it would have been a worldie, and it's a good save from Alisson. Apart from that, there's not been any golden chances or misses from Man City. The one time Liverpool switch off, and it takes them switching off in 3 areas. That's how well I think Liverpool have done defensively, because the goal comes from switching off 3 times. The kick from Alisson, the lazy attempt at a tackle by Trent, and then the centre-backs palming Haaland off to each other and actually leaving him unmarked. And maybe Alisson should have done better on the shot. So 3 big mistakes by Liverpool, and it's 1-0. But in a game of this magnitude, you can't make those mistakes. And I actually think Liverpool have had better situations to score than Man City. Oh, controversial, Mark. Controversial. I actually think that Liverpool have got into better scenarios to score than Man City. But what Man City have done is ruthless efficiency is they've taken the one big chance they've had. Darwin Núñez with the header. Darwin Núñez side netting. Bosley. Darwin Núñez when he could have been offside. Salah. They've all had chances where they could have created better chances and they've not taken them. So you take that positive if you're Jurgen Klopp and you say, look, there's an opportunity to get back into this game. We've defended quite well apart from that one mistake. We've got to be a little bit braver in the second half. The next goal is going to be crucial. If it goes to City, obviously they're going to think the game's won, but we keep going. And I would take Curtis Jones off at half time and I would bring, I don't know, Harvey Elliott, Gravenberch. I'm not a Liverpool fan. I don't know. Maybe even Gakpo. Maybe put Gakpo there. But Curtis Jones is not working at the moment. And I think that from a Manchester City point of view, they are very good. They're very good, and they defend very, very well. It's a part of Man City's game that Pep sort of changed over recent years that is probably underrated. They do defend very, very well, and Jurgen Klopp will have earned the respect from Pep over many years, and I think Pep Guardiola will know after an international break, a 1-0 win against Liverpool, whether they play well or not, matters not as long as they win. So I think the second half is poised lovely. And yeah, I mean, I want to see more goals in the game. I want to see another Man City Chelsea, but as I say, I think Pep Guardiola would be very happy with a 1-0. Liverpool just need to do a little bit more in the final third. I think in general, Liverpool have probably been a bit shell-shocked. Play the game, not the occasion. And I don't mean that they're in awe of Man City. I just think they've overthought it. Maybe because it is City at the Etihad, they're overthinking it. I don't watch Liverpool enough to know, but in the final third, I think they've been in situations where composure would have led to them creating better chances. In the midfield, I think they've composure's the word, isn't it? I just don't think they've been Alisson, not been composed. He normally is. When they get the ball, they're just not. It's like hesitancy can lead to mistakes. When you're in your rhythm at home to Brentford, pass, composure. Against Man City, they've had opportunities. I just don't think they've been very composed with it. I mean, Curtis Jones, we've mentioned him a lot, but his composure is just gone. He's passing, his control, he's just not in the game. So you need to make that change. But in general, Liverpool need to keep that composure because they're up against a team in Man City that I don't think Man City have played particularly well themselves, but their composure's been very, very good as you would expect. They're just smooth. I mean, the goal itself, Aki just takes the mistake from Alisson, glides past Szoboszlai and Trent, slips it into Haaland. It's a smooth move in the space of seconds. Cold beer, playing FC24 and listening to Goldbridge watch along. Perfect Saturday afternoon, says Grumpy. Well, here's the Haaland goal. It's with Alisson. He goes to try and do one of them clever kicks to Salah. It doesn't go anywhere near it. Now look at Trent here. Terrible. Why does Trent not think he's going to cut inside? Yeah, look, Haaland's kick's bad, but watch this. No one's going to the ball apart from Szoboszlai. Why does Trent not anticipate that a left footer's going to cut inside? Should the keeper do better on the Haaland shot? I'm looking at that now. Trent thinks he's going down the outside, look. Terrible defending. Matip and Van Dijk. And I think maybe Alisson should do a little bit better here. This is the angle I want. I don't know. Maybe he's done him with the eyes a little bit. Shocking defending by Trent, though. Someone's got to be tighter on Haaland. He gets that out of his feet. He gets 2 touches. And mate, yeah, I think Alisson... That's a catalogue of mistakes for Liverpool, I'm afraid. That is a catalogue of mistakes. It starts with the kick from Alisson. Trent, terrible defending. Matip and Van Dijk not marking him. Haaland getting 3 touches in the box, including the shot. And then I think Alisson needs a stronger hand as well. It's just a catalogue of mistakes, unfortunately, for Liverpool. But they've got to get their heads up in the second half. They've had opportunities in and around the box. They're just showing the Núñez header here. I don't think he can do a hell of a lot more there. I think that's a good cross. It's a good header and it's a good save. But yeah, you can't give Erling Haaland 3 touches in the box. You can't. You can't. Meme says, why is Trent a defender? Look, if I'm talking to Trent, and look, he's a professional footballer, he's probably going to say, shut up, I earn lots more money than you and I'm a professional footballer. But I would say, well, you are a professional footballer, but you're shit at defending. Do you want to listen what you should be doing? When a left footer is running at you, don't show them fucking inside. Show them down the left-hand side. And you've anticipated he's going to go down the left-hand side. Why are you showing him inside? You can't let him inside. As Aki runs towards Trent, and he's like that, he's covering that side. And he's allowing him to come inside. It's terrible defending. Trent defends like I do on EAFC, says Dave. Look, I'll never forget, was it Leighton Baines for England against the Netherlands? Last minute at Wembley or something like that. He's up against Robben. And I'm like, show him onto his fucking right foot. Shut off that left-hand side. He shows him onto the left-hand side. He curls it in. Look, even the most professional footballers make stupid decisions at times because they don't concentrate. All he's got to do there is double up with Szoboszlai and show him down the left-hand side. If he puts a cross in and Haaland scores, so what? But showing him inside in that situation, it's catastrophic for Liverpool. It's catastrophic. And Van Dijk and Matip should be closer as well. But I think really the biggest mistake there is Trent. I can't believe he defends like that. Dork says Trent is playing well. I love Alisson, but he's been our downfall on the back today. So easy to attack Trent. His passing is the only way we're creating breakaways here. Mate, I like Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think he's good going forward, but defensively he makes mistakes. Oscar says, please pronounce Szoboszlai correctly. I don't know how to pronounce it, and I don't support Liverpool, so unless you're going to tell me how to say it, I'm not going to spend my life wasting it pronouncing Liverpool names. Nunes' girlfriend is called offside, says Loose, and also Liverpool just need more zip in the step as they aren't moving the ball quickly enough. It's composure, CC, it's composure. But look, Trent Alexander-Arnold, I agree, could be somebody who provides something going forward. Is he the reason Liverpool score? No, he's a component in a catalogue of errors. You could also say, why are Van Dijk and Matip allowing Erling Haaland 3 touches in the penalty box? That's abysmal. If Erling Haaland shoots straight away and scores, as a defender, I want to be tighter, but I can't moan. He's controlled it, got it out of his feet and shot. That's shit from the centre-backs. What are your thoughts on Szoboszlai so far, says Isti? I think that he's probably showed more composure than McAllister and certainly Curtis Jones. But even him, I think, is... even he, I think, could show a little bit more. Szoboszlai. Thank you very much. Szoboszlai. Okay, fine. Okay. Can you show the camera to the match, says Isaac? No. And do you like chicken, says Cash? I've just had a chicken sandwich before I started here. Thank you very much. And would you go man for man on Haaland, says Max? Well, when you've got 2 centre-backs, there can't be a situation where Haaland's unmarked because you both look a couple of prats. I don't care whether you're playing pub football, school football, old man football, whatever. When you're 2 centre-backs and there's 1 striker and he gets 3 touches and scores, you look like a couple of prats. You've got to deal with that situation. Now, whether you're intelligent enough to pass him off to each other, which you can do and keep changing, that's fine. Or whether one of you goes tight and the other one drops, that's fine. But you cannot have that scenario. I think the match shows how far Chelsea have come, showed much more composure and midfield went toe-to-toe with City compared to Liverpool today, says Max. Max, I don't dispute this. I don't dispute it at all. I spoke about this on the podcast, Goldbridge Saves Football, and I spoke about it to you before the game. I think this game is about where Liverpool are. Are they there or are they on their way there? At the moment, they're on their way there. Second half, they might be there. The big advantage Man City have got is that they're better than Arsenal. They're better than Liverpool. They're better than Chelsea. But when Arsenal played Chelsea, it was close. When Liverpool played Chelsea, it's close. Man City are just a little bit above everybody else. And I think everyone else will kill each other trying to be second best. And Man City will just run away with it. But we've got 45 minutes here. And I think the key thing is, will Jurgen Klopp make changes at half-time? Yeah. Suppose it depends on the fitness of people as well. I am going to do Newcastle-Chelsea as well, straight after this game, yes. Please do subscribe to the channel as well, bottom right-hand corner to do it. Can Liverpool get back into the second half? Of course they can. Of course they can. Wolves can get back into it when they're 1-0 down against Man City. Anybody can. 1-0 down is not game over. Far from it. There's plenty of football still to be played here, and the next goal is crucial. Bernardo Silva is criminally underrated. Always performs brilliantly. Oh, Soham. I mentioned Bernardo Silva in the first half. You know what? When Gundogan left, I was like, good. Because he's one of their best players. And when I heard Bernardo Silva wanted to go, I was like, good. And then he stays. I think he is massively influential for them. But Pep's not stupid. You know, he's got Foden. He's got that Nunez he bought from Wolves. He'd probably go and get that Neves from bloody Benfica as well. He ain't stupid. He transitions his teams with 2 and 3 players every summer. And some will say, well, it's easy to do that when you've got the money. But he's not stupid. He ain't stupid. When Bernardo Silva goes, he'll find someone else, let's be honest. Johnny says, not long now until City get relegated. Well, I saw an interview the other day about, it was a City fan saying, I don't care if we get relegated to the National League, we'll still be there. And I was like, yeah, I bet you weren't even there before they started winning. I don't think it's an easy thing to deal with if that happens, but we don't know whether that's going to happen. At the moment, it's Man City against Liverpool. They're winning 1-0. It's half time, and they're going to go back to the top of the league, aren't they? As things stand. Man City have destroyed integrity of the beautiful game, says Red Army. That's the best thing you've ever said. You talk sense on this channel. United stand, you talk nonsense. Mark, do you think at the end of the year, Ten Hag will need to have shown a style of play, otherwise we sack him, says Aaron? I don't know, mate. I mean, look, Man United have got 3 massive games in the next week. Everton away tomorrow, Galatasaray away on Wednesday, and then Newcastle next Saturday night at 8 o'clock. Lose all 3 of those games, and he'll be under more pressure. People won't be talking about the end of the season. They'll be talking about Christmas. So I think Man United, Ten Hag, Newcastle, Eddie Howe, Brighton, De Zerbi, Liverpool here. There's a lot of clubs that are in the trenches now. You can't be thinking about next summer. What's bloody Sturridge got on? He looks like looks like Luke Skywalker. I don't know whether I like it or hate it. I've played the game, says ARJ. Can we spot any changes here for Liverpool? No. Curtis Jones comes out for the second half. No changes at half time. That doesn't mean he's going to make any changes. That doesn't mean he won't make any changes quickly. Man City do like a huddle, don't they? I think they huddle too much. If you're an Everton fan, would you be worried, says Callum? What about getting relegated? No. I think Everton will be outside the bottom 3 by Christmas, even with the bloody 10-point deduction. This is the one season. I mean, I was joking about it the other day, but if I was Everton, I'd almost say, give us 20 points, you twats. Go on. Because I think even with the 20-point deduction, Everton could stay up. I just think it's the one season where a 10-point deduction is not going to cause a major amount of problems. Anyway, we're about to start the second half here. So far, so good on the official. I'm not a big fan of. The officials in the Premier League, as you know. But so far, so good. There's not really been anything contentious, though, really, has there? I suppose, yeah, let's not run away with ourselves. Has there been a decision to make? No. We've not had anything yet, so. But no changes from either side. TalkSport tonight. Yeah, I am on TalkSport tonight, actually. Taking your calls, 7:30, the Mark Goldbridge Show. Doctor Strange, thank you. I'm looking forward to Chelsea Newcastle, actually. I don't know whether you like me, but I completely missed that game was on this weekend because it's at 3 o'clock. I knew Arsenal was 5:30. Obviously, we're going to do Spurs Villa tomorrow, Man United Everton tomorrow. But there's some bloody good games this weekend. I think Newcastle Chelsea's massive. If Newcastle win that, it's huge. And it's really, bad for Chelsea. If Chelsea win that, it's really bad for Newcastle. Probably be a draw, won't it? Thanks everyone who's subscribed, by the way. I think we've hit 62,000. Bottom right-hand corner to do that. Absolute legends. Get involved with the That's Football. Not the United Stand. That's something else. That's tomorrow. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Love that. Was filming a cracking video this week, actually, that we're going to put up on this channel. I don't know whether my finger's better or not. Anybody a finger specialist? Anyone good with fingers? I've set that up badly. That's not what I meant. I mean genuine fingers. Like I was in goal on Wednesday. Well, I was in goal a month ago, and I damaged those 3. I can bend them, but they were bruised. I was in goal on Wednesday. Same thing happened again. It's the middle one. It's not bruised, but I'm struggling to bend it all the way. Like with that one, I can get it all the way down. That one, I'm getting about that far. So it's not massively painful. It's just a bit... I think it will get better, but I don't think it's broken. There's something going on there. There'll be none of that sort of finger stuff going on for me, not with my left hand. Sounds like just a bad bruise, says Nicholas. Bruised ligament, yeah, I think it is. I don't think it's a fracture because there's no bruising. I think it's more ligament. I might go to... If anyone's a finger specialist and they want me to do like a vlog, that sounds really bad. Yeah, forget that. Can we take that out on the edit? How's the match going, says Chev. Yeah, I mean, we've only had 2 minutes of the second half. I think Liverpool, for the good of the game, we need a goal from Liverpool, but I'm not convinced we're going to get it because Liverpool are just so... Sorry, Man City are so well seasoned at this, aren't they? Really. They know what they're doing. They've played the game so many times. Every loser wins once the dream begins. There's a lot of fingering specialists in the chat. Yes. Finger specialists, thank you. You need some physio, says the ultimate opportunity. I'm too bloody busy. McAllister wins a foul. Might have damaged the tendon, says Luke. Yeah, you don't realise. I didn't realise. I was talking to Greg, who's one of our producers on the United Stand, who's quite a decent goalkeeper. And he was saying to me, a lot of goalkeepers tape their fingers because a lot of goalkeepers get finger injuries. And until you've actually had finger injuries, you don't realise how bloody painful it is. So the problem is, doesn't matter how big your hands are, your fingers, if they get trodden on or blasted a fingertip save, doesn't matter because they can, top players can hit it really hard. So some players wear these gloves that have a little bit more enforcement for their fingers, but some goalkeepers tape their fingers to give them more stability, which I didn't realise. Liverpool need to be careful here. They're going to get broke upon. What about Tommy Ashley for United in the summer? No, Ishan, no. Here's Salah down the left-hand side, but Aki's done really well against him, and that's a goal kick. Too many people swivelling on it, says Sacha. Well, fortunately, I can still do that. Gar broke his dislocated finger playing 6-a-side. Facing Dexter, back to the football, says, I've got no idea why Klopp started Jones in a game of this magnitude. Mark, I'm a doctor. It looks to me like a deformity might be developing. Missed in A&E because there is no fracture. Ask for an ultrasound scan. Thank you, Veghorse. Corner to Liverpool. What does swivel on it mean, says Jay? Piss off, basically. Do one. F off. Yeah. Corner to Liverpool. Cross comes in. Back post. Edison's there to collect it. And he wants to break away. But Trent's there to cover. Now Sir Bosley. Little dink to the left-hand side. Jota does well. You can't get past Kyle Walker. He's too quick. Now Haaland. Now Alvarez. Now Doku. He'll go. He's too quick. Oh, McAllister. And that was a big chance. Big chance. Cuts it back to Alvarez. That was lovely breakaway from Man City there to exploit the fact that it's Doku against McAllister. They probably should do a little bit better here. Just goes past him for pace. Cuts it back to Alvarez. Haaland was on the back post. Is it true that if she sneezes while you're inside, it breaks your fingers? Tavis. I really wish I hadn't read that. Could have been 2-0 there. Jota's gone down injured here. I don't think that's a major problem. For Liverpool, they've got options on the bench, haven't they? They've got Diaz. They've got Gravenberch. I think Gravenberch's going to come on for Curtis Jones here. Sure. Well, I say he's going to come on for Curtis Jones. He might actually come on for... he might actually end up coming on for... McAllister. Diaz should come on, says Daniel. Well, he's had a difficult week, hasn't he? Difficult couple of weeks. A lot of people loving that comment from Travis. Oh, maybe Diaz is coming on as well. Yeah, Diaz and Gravenberch are coming on. Looks like it's an injury to Jota. Yeah, Jones is coming off. I mean, that substitution could have happened at half-time. It's now happening 8 minutes into the second half. So I think Jurgen Klopp's obviously said to Curtis Jones, look, go out there and see what you can do. And he's not done a lot, so he's made the substitution. Ross says, your hair is fantastic, Mark, and deserves more credit. It's done me well, to be fair. I mean, the amazing thing is that my dad's bald and went bald in his 20s, so I've done well. Haaland, oh, Trent nearly had the assist there. Again, defensively, what not to do. Trent wins the header. Look at where he heads it. What is he doing there? Heads it straight to the penalty spot. If Haaland connects better there, he's got another goal. Marvin says City need to kill this game off. I think the second goal will kill it. And at the moment, if I was doing the old percentage of who's likely to score for next, I'd say it feels to me like 65% City, 35% Liverpool. Carol says, I'm a big fan from Australia. Thanks, pal. Wig bridge. You wouldn't have a wig like that, Liam. I mean, I have got a bit of recession. I've got a bit there as well. Yeah, you wouldn't have a wig like that. I mean, I'm fine. It's not going to go... It's always been like that for about 10 years. I'm not a monk on the back, so, yeah, I'm doing all right. But if you're having a wig, you know, these people, I'd bring it probably forward another inch. You don't need a wig these days anyway. People get those... I know people in this industry who had hairlines like this, and now suddenly they're up, they're almost level with their eyebrows. You go, oh yeah, you've definitely had it done. How's your FPL doing, Mark? Ross, I've only got 2 players playing in this game, Haaland and Salah. So I'm doing all right at the moment. I mean, I'd love a Salah goal. That would be perfect. But I don't know whether Salah is going to get a goal today. He has got quite a good record against Man City, but he's not really had much of a look in. Aki's had the better game so far. Ollie's captained Bowen. Well, I saw again, Will mentioned it on the podcast yesterday. This is the week where you could, captain somebody else and make up some points because there was some doubt over Haaland. I never for 1 minute thought Haaland was going to miss this game, so I kept him as captain. Start, bench, sell. Van Dijk, Varane, Ruben Diaz. Keep up the great work, says Show. I think at the moment you've got to sell Varane. He's just not playing particularly well. I'd put Ruben Diaz on the bench and I would start Van Dijk. Man City. Oh, I think there Doku's held on to that ball for too long because they had a bit of a break. They still got it though, Alvarez. A big beard would suit you, says Harvey White. So we're 3 points behind Liverpool if we win tomorrow and we're having a bad season, says Reese. It's because United don't draw games. Foden with the shot, blocked by Van Dijk. Alvarez. And there's an offside. Foden looks good for a goal today, says Matt Wilkins. I think I've got Alvarez to score in my... we do this thing on the podcast every week where it's called Goldbridge. And me and Will have to pick 5 players that will score at the weekend. And you get a point for every goal that's scored. So in this game, I've got Alvarez. Good play by Gravenberch. I like that. Drive forward into Nunez. Back again with Nunez. Where's he going? He's going to go in the box. And that's another corner. Docker will be a superstar in the future, says Tom Evans. It's not much of a prediction, is it? He plays for one of the best teams in the world. Probably should have been a goal kick, that one. But there was one in the first half, so we'll call it what it is. Man City very rarely concede from corners. They're like Chelsea. They're very good. Pep's looking a bit nervous. Trent with the cross. Headed away. Salah in the box. Little overhead. Foden will clear it. It's so scary that Alvarez would start for every single Premier League team as a striker. He's Man City's backup. It seems so crazy, says Sono. I tell you what, this game is just turning into the sort of game now where if you can get something out of it, it's massive, isn't it? It's not been a classic. It's been a typical 12:30 game, and it's one of those ones. If you can get the 3 points, you're well happy. From Liverpool's point of view, they'd probably be happy with a point as well. He's got to work for it. Oh, that's late. You've got to book him now. No booking again. McAllister's looking at him saying no booking. Bernardo Silva's one of the dirtiest players. He's not booked him as well. Fucking idiot, this referee. Treble Champ says, can anyone else hear that awful noise? Sounds like someone's mowing the lawn. Oh, good cross to the back post. Another corner for Liverpool. I mean, it's pressure. I wouldn't say it's sustained pressure, but it is pressure. Yeah, I don't know what this noise is that you can hear that sounds like a Manscaped. Header straight at the keeper. Oh shit. Why does it say who wins the bloody title? I don't even check my own streams here. Who wins the title? I don't want that on there. Get rid of that shit. It's a watch-along, for fuck's sake. I don't think Catherine's in the chat, but there is a noise that she likes. I mean, if you want a noise, that's it. Man City on the break here with Foden. He's offside. Ali's just joined. What have I missed? Look, I think it's an intriguing game, but it's exactly the game I predicted it would be. I've got to be honest. It's a 12:30 after an international break. Neither of these teams are playing at their best because they've been away from each other for 2 weeks. It pisses me off, really, but the Premier League don't care. They don't care. They knew this fixture was going to be after an international break, and they've done nothing to avoid it. This should have been in a couple of weeks' time at 4:30. It should not be 12:30 after an international break, but yeah, it's one of the biggest games of the season. It shouldn't be at 12:30 after an international break, and it's been played exactly how we thought it would be. Neither team is at their best. Alvarez into Foden. Oh, I tell you what, I thought for a minute that was going to get someone on the end of it. Frank says, "What does Foden actually do?" He's a delicate player, isn't he, Foden? He looks after the ball well. Kevin says City are so unlikable, it's unreal. Maybe they should get you a job in PR, mate, because that's their biggest problem. No one bloody supports them, do they? I mean, there are some, but they're not. They're not. I don't think the Man City global growth is what it probably should be for how successful they've been. I don't know. They seem to make a lot of revenue, though, don't they? Doku up against Trent. Got the pace. Cut back. Mark, I think you mean Foden is a flair player, says Jonathan. Well, Rodri wants a handball here. And he probably get it. They're all swarming the referee. Kavanagh's saying, look, I'll have a look on the camera. I'll have a look on the camera. If I can give it you, I will. You know I will. You know I will. Foden. What's he talking about? A handball? What's he talking about, a handball? I like Doku. It looks like he does a little too much at times. Corner to City. Yeah, Luke, I think in relation to Doku, I said it in the first half, reminds me a little bit of St. Maximum. Menzies a big fan. Thanks, mate. Yeah, this is... I've seen City do this loads of times, by the way. Just kill a game. That's why you don't want to concede first against Man City, because they are defensively very good. Here's Doku, and they can break well, and it's Doku up against Matip into the box. Another corner. Look, I said it at half time. I mean, people are saying boring Pep. At the end of the day, I think he respects Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool, and I think at half time he probably would have said, let's get the second goal and kill it, but let's make sure we don't concede a goal as well. And they've Liverpool have struggled to that's it, 2-0. No. Foul on Alisson. Don't know if there was a foul. Not been given. I'll have to have a good look at this. It's going to check it. Is he given the foul? Let's have a look. Yeah, I think it will be given as a foul. Well, the referee gave a foul, didn't he? I mean, there's not much. There isn't much on Alisson from Akanji, to be honest with you. I mean, Arsenal fans will be looking at this and saying, hold on a minute. I think it's a foul. I think if you're overruling that, he's got his arm on his shoulder, it's a foul. It's got to be a foul. He's pulling on his arm as he's trying to catch it. Any goalkeeper's going to tell you that's a foul. And they've given the foul. But Arsenal fans will look at that and go, oh, hold on a minute, we're giving them now, are we? Foul given. That would have been game over if that had gone in anyway. It's soft. A lot of people saying it's soft. But have you ever played in goal when you're trying to catch the ball and then someone puts some pressure on your arm? It's not soft. I've played the game. Here's a foul on Alvarez. It is. I agree. It's soft. But what I'm saying is, if you've got your arms in the air like that and someone pulls on your arm when you're trying to catch it, you know, you're impeding a goalkeeper who's trying to catch the ball. I don't think it's a foul, Jay. I know it's a foul because I've played in goal and I know what it's like. Speak to goalkeepers, it's a foul. Same as it was a foul on Gabriel. It's just the inconsistency that pisses people off, which, as we know, happens all the time. Anyway, free kick to Man City here. 20 minutes to go. Liverpool just looking very lethargic. Surprise, surprise. Liverpool lethargic after an international break. The home team just doing enough. Oh, was he offside there? Rodri? He's headed it over the bar anyway. Yeah, he was offside as well. I knew that was coming. I knew it. I knew it. The way I think this is going at the moment, this is either going to finish 1-0 or 2-0 to City. I mean, Liverpool just haven't... They've had about 10 minutes where they've just not done anything. They're just not getting hold of the ball. To be fair, it's been more Man City in the last 10 minutes. Lovely play by Bernardo Silva. Goal kick. Sam says Liverpool not been good today. As I say, it's you can only play the games. You can only play the games that you're given, but there's always going to be a challenge for them. They'll have had very little time on the training ground this week as a collective, if any. Now, here we go. Salah's got it on the right-hand side. Darwin Núñez, corner. It's got to go across the goal there, but he goes near post. You don't get near post glitch in real life, Darwin. It's a good ball by Salah. got to try and go across the goal here, though. It's going wide anyway. Corner. Not really the sort of place you're going to score against Man City, if I'm being honest. Very good in the air. Manscaped ball trimming tutorial video, Mark, says Tom Evans. Yeah, how much are you going to pay for that? Because I ain't doing it. Another corner that Edison comes and collects. They've been very disappointing on their corners today, Liverpool. Cody Gakpo is going to come on for Liverpool. 20 minutes to go. Fresh pair of legs, I suppose. Thiago Silva scored from a corner. You're right, Chris. Chelsea are very good at corners, though. Might be Salah coming off. No, it's not. I think it's Szoboszlai. Well, they've definitely drifted in the last 15 minutes, Liverpool. He's got to try and do something. Deep says it's a very disappointing game. I think I feel the disappointment as a neutral in this, but the disappointing thing for Liverpool fans will be that it's just not a fair reflection of the form they've had this season. It just feels like a letdown of what could have been because of it's, as I say, you can't really moan about it, but I saw it coming a mile off. Straight after an international break, the teams haven't got the chemistry or the energy that they have when they've played a couple of games. It makes it very difficult to live up to the price tag, doesn't it? And I don't think Man City have been at their best either. Yeah, we've not seen Diaz get on the ball either. I'd love 1-1. I'd absolutely love 1-1, 3 a.m. But the way the game's gone, I think Man City would probably feel quite aggrieved if this ended up in a draw because Liverpool just haven't done enough to deserve a point so far. Are you going to mention the plane flying over, Mark? Says Martin. I don't know anything about the plane that flew over because I don't have the audio on. I'm reliant on what I read in the chat. So I don't know what that's all about. I am doing Newcastle Chelsea. Yes, we'll keep an eye on the 3 o'clock games. Yep. So I will definitely be doing that. This game's not really dragged on, so should be done by 2:30-ish, and then back on for 3 o'clock. Yes. Would you like, Mark, who would you like to have as United manager? Klopp, Pep, or keep Ten Hag? Well, I'm going to keep Ten Hag, aren't I? Because I'm not going to sit here and say I'd rather have a Liverpool manager or a City manager in charge of Man United. But if I had to choose between Klopp and Pep, as I said on the podcast, I'd go with Klopp. I'm loyal, you know. 15 minutes to go here. Man City with the free kick. They're just about to whip this in. They are aerially very good from this sort of situation. It's a good cross over the bar from Haaland. Isaac starts for Newcastle. That's a big boost for them. Big boost for them. Newcastle need to get some of these players back. Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl, says BS. I hope so. And Ryan, thank you very much for your super chat. Any NFL games where it's going to be snowing? I love watching the NFL in the snow. I feel I might have jinxed this a little bit. We spoke about who will be top at Christmas on the podcast, and I said Liverpool. I did think we'd get a draw here today, though. I really did. Foden's gone down, clutching his face. Hi, Mark. What size telly do you watch the games on? Says Marcus. Don't know. It's quite close to me, though, so it doesn't need to be big. It's quite a big screen, though, so I'd say it's probably about 6 inches. I used to have a little black and white portable, Billy. People won't even know what that is. It was like that. The screen was literally about that big. And it was black and white TV. We're talking late 80s. Alisson's kicking today has been rubbish. Ab says City buy so many fouls, it's unreal. Look, I respect that. It's clever what Man City do under Pep, and they've been doing it for years. What I don't understand is how the referees haven't figured it out after however many years he's been in the Premier League. They just happily give them. Like, everybody knows Man City buy these free kicks. Everyone knows Man City do the early foul, and yet they never get bloody punished for it. Here we go. Bernardo Silva. Oh, I thought someone was going to score then. Right, Salah. Diaz. He's got to switch it. Oh, he doesn't get the air on it. There was a ball there from Diaz to Salah. If he gets some air on it, he's in. And the quality of Liverpool's passing today has been just lethargic, isn't it? They look like a team that's been on international duty. They're just not composed at all. I mean, Salah was in. It was there. Lovely play by Doku. Great save by Alisson from Haaland. Bills and Broncos playing the slow, says Dead Zone. Since Man United need a centre-back. I don't know who that is, Xavier, so I'm not reading it out. Sorry. I don't read out names. I don't know who they are because more often than not, it's somebody trying to be funny. Here's Salah on the far post. Goal! Oh my God! Out of absolutely nothing, Liverpool have equalised. Well, that's put a cat amongst the pigeons. And that cat is Trent Alexander-Arnold. Salah with the assist as well. If you've got Salah in your team, goal Liverpool. That is absolutely... Well, I'm very happy with that because I want to draw, but I'm also very surprised by it because it's just come out of nothing. And that's the story of Trent Alexander-Arnold right there. Cost them a goal, well, contributed to the goal that Liverpool scored with bad defending. Equalises with brilliant attacking. Look at this. Salah lays it off, moves into the space. And the finish is... I mean, that finish is... That's Trent Alexander-Arnold for you. This is why people say he needs to play further forward. Because that finish is as good as any striker, that. The technique, the power, the precision. It's a very, very good goal. No keeper saving that. Bottom corner. 10 minutes to go. I wouldn't say out of nothing. This game has sort of had that feeling about it. But it's a massive, massive goal, that. Man City will... He's class in offence, yes. He's like an apron. At the front, very, very, very pretty. At the back, not so much. Pep's rubbing his head. It's a love. I mean, I think Haaland's finish was good. I think that one was better. Further out through the crowd. No hand on that from the keeper. Should have taken Trent in Goldbridge. I know. Got Thiago Silva. Can Liverpool win it? Well, the thing about Liverpool is, does it have the Newcastle vibes at St James's Park, where Liverpool equalised with 10 men and then went and won it? I mean, they haven't got 10 men here. They've got 11. Man City are going to push now. Do they leave the door open at the back? That's a dive. Oh, for fuck's sake. What? That's such a dive. Look at the way Akanji throws himself on the ground here. Oh, no, he does kick him, to be fair. Gakpo kicks him. Yeah. I didn't see the kick. He makes a meal out of it. It's a good free kick opportunity here, actually, for Manchester City. What do they say? What do they say? When you score a goal, you're at your most vulnerable for the couple of minutes afterwards. Now, Man City have ended up here a couple of minutes later with a very good free kick opportunity. He was going down anyway. Well, that's what I thought, Barath. I thought he was. I'd love this to stay a draw. Yes, I think it'd be great for that. Absolutely great for that. Don't forget you can download OneFootball for free. Get all your latest breaking football news, score updates this afternoon on Apple and Android. Also has all the individual stats for you as well. All your latest breaking football news, links in the description and the QR code. Alvarez is going to take these free kicks. This free kick. It's hit the wall. That's always the first thing, isn't it? Does it make it over the wall? No. There's Carl Walker, though. Man City are going to push now. Doku. Yeah. More work on Doku. He's only just signed for them, hasn't he? End product is a little bit... I think he'll stat pad against the worst teams. He's got loads of space here. Up against Matip. Gets the shot off. Liverpool. Salah. And Aki puts it out for a throw. Wants a free kick as well. You're not getting a free kick for that, Aki. 7 minutes to go. Endo and Harvey Elliott coming on. I presume it'll be McAllister and... Nunez. That's interesting, taking Nunez off on the break. Well, I think there was an assist. Well, yeah, there definitely was. I've only got 2 players playing in my fantasy Premier League today, but I'm pretty sure I've got points. 17 points I've got. 12 for Haaland, 5 for Salah. Who's going to get the man of the match, Mark? Bonus points at the moment would go to Aki, Haaland and Trent. Aki would get the most. Haaland would get second most. And so 3 for Aki, 2 for Haaland, 1 for Trent is as it stands. City atmosphere is poor. Can only hear Liverpool fans, says Cameron. People criticise Rangnick, but there is at least 6 players in this game that he wanted at United, says John. Yeah, we were talking about that at the start of the half. Still a long way to go. Well, 5 minutes to go, but there's still another twist and turn in this game, potentially. I think this is what you get with the 12:30 game. What is it with Pep and no subs, says Tun. Yeah. Never thought about it like that. Terrible ball by Matip there. Liverpool's passing out from the back has been questionable. He's given a foul there. I don't think that's a foul. I don't think that's a foul. I'd have to see this again. I don't think this is a foul. Let's have a look. I think he gets the ball, doesn't he? Does he get the ball? No, that's a foul. That is a foul. That is a foul. Be fair. Be fair. That's a foul. That is. He catches him. We can't have an agenda just because we want to have an agenda. We've got to be fair. It's a foul. He's late. Catches him, and he deserved the yellow card. This is a dangerous place for Man City. They're good in the air, and this cross is going to go right trajectory across that 6-yard box. And there it goes. And it's a corner. Man City pushing here. Endo with the header. 5 minutes left. Van Dijk and Matip need replacing, says TSB. Well, you've still got Canate there, haven't you? He's a good player. I am doing Newcastle-Chelsea. I might be about 3:05 by the time I get live. Hopefully I'll be live for 3. But another foul. Another foul on the keeper there. I suppose that was a little bit of a talking point. 1-0 to City. Alisson going to catch the ball. Akanji touched his arm, dropped it, ended up with a free kick. I think it is a foul. I think it was a foul there as well. Oh, the Man City player's gone down injured here. Oh, there's Monday Night Football, Fulham against Wolves. Not watching that. Max says, does anyone deserve to win this? I think from being completely pragmatic, I think that Man City and Pep will feel that on the balance, they should have won it. It'll feel more like a point won for Liverpool, and it'll feel more like a point lost for Man City if it stays this way. Who's he booking? Oh, he's booked Bernardo Silva. I don't think that was even a foul. So yeah, I think it's more of a point. It's more, and also let's not forget this is at the Etihad as well. So you want to win this game being at home because they've got to go to Anfield in the second half of the season. So it's a significant point for Liverpool if it stays like this. Bernardo Silva's just been booked, which I think rules him out of the Spurs game, doesn't it? It's a good point for Liverpool. It's exactly what I wanted from this. I'm sure Arsenal and everybody else wanted a point from this as well. Liverpool obviously would have wanted to win. Man City would want to win. But I think for the Premier League, a point is a great result. But there is still time in this game. Man United, Everton, I'm on the United stand for that tomorrow afternoon if you want to join me. But I'm going to be doing Chelsea-Newcastle. Or Newcastle-Chelsea after this. Apparently Isaac starts for Chelsea. I'll give you the team news, actually. There are a few 3 o'clocks. Burnley, West Ham, Luton Palace, Newcastle-Chelsea, Forest-Brighton, and Sheffield United-Bournemouth. It's great to have the football back, isn't it? I'm looking forward to the TalkSport show this evening for the call-in because there's so many games. Obviously, 5:30, it's Brentford against Arsenal as well. But the Chelsea and Newcastle lineups are Pope, Trippier, Lascelles, Shaw, Livramento, Miley, Bruno Guimaraes, Joel Linton, Almiron, Isaac, and Gordon. And then Chelsea, Sanchez, James, Thiago Silva, Badiashile, Cucurella, Ugo Chukwu, Fernandez, Palmer, Gallagher, Sterling, and Jackson. Casido is on the bench for that one. 8 minutes added on. I don't know where that's come from. Any answers on a postcard for that? Tottenham Villa I'm doing tomorrow, Dan, yes. Anyone want to tell me why we've got 8 minutes? Isaac starting for Newcastle, sorry. Eight minutes. I don't get it. I get it now. Fortuny says no. We're just playing till City score. Yeah, I don't know where I don't know where the 8 minutes has come from. I mean, Man City, I don't think have made any subs, have they? We've not had that many stops. There was the VAR on Alisson. Man City have made no subs. I don't know where he's getting 8 minutes from. We only had one at the start of the first. Yeah, I'd have said 5 minutes tops. I don't know where he's getting 8 from. This is why we get so many injuries, though. This is why we get so many injuries psychologically for players when you hit 90 minutes and then you've got to do another 8. I was speaking to a player about this about a month ago, and they said it's so difficult because you play for 90 minutes and you're used to playing for 90 minutes, and then in this season you hit 90 minutes and then there's another 10. Psychologically, it's just, you know, and then what psychologically has an impact with with physically. Well, there's Liverpool. They've not really done anything since they scored Liverpool, and he's lost that there, and he's now going to give a foul and a yellow card to, I think, Endo, was it? Dan Walker's right. It's an extra game every 9 matches. Players have been asked to play an extra game every 9 matches if there's 10 minutes added on. That's never going to work. Ball in behind Kyle Walker. Never going to work. Bob Gets it says, stop complaining. Liverpool could still win. Apparently, don't know whether this comes true. Erik ten Hag plans to hand Kobbie Mainoo his first ever start against Everton at Goodison Park tomorrow, amidst Man United's ongoing midfield and unavailability crisis. It makes it a little bit more exciting. Thanks everyone who's been tuning in, by the way. Please do subscribe. We are back live again at 3 o'clock, actually. I'm just going to go and probably do a quick match reaction to this and start a fire because it's cold in the UK. And then go live again, grab a cup of tea, bit of a toilet break, and be back with you live at 3 o'clock. But we still have got 5 minutes here. So, yeah, as much as I'm sort of looking ahead to the next games, it would be horrible for any of these teams to lose at this point. I just want a draw, you know, which is why I didn't want 8 minutes. I don't want a winner in this game. I don't want either of these to win. I want a draw. Doku. Oh, what a block. That was going in bottom corner from Bernardo Silva. Is anybody actually going to give us a good reason why there was 8 minutes? Because I remember the Alisson thing. Lovely ball by Foden, that. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Yeah, well, Man City haven't made a sub. Liverpool have probably made 5, so that's 2.5 minutes. So he's found 4.5 minutes from somewhere. And there's a cross from Foden that goes out for a goal kick. Morgan says it's the biggest fixture in the Premier League. Of course they're going to add 8 minutes. Yeah, that's not how it works, mate. Although it probably does. TV games do get a lot more minutes added on. Man of the match, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Would he be my man of the match? No, I think it's a bit simplistic to give it to Trent because it's a great goal, but defensively I think he's at fault for the first goal. I think the man of the match is technically probably Bernardo Silva or someone like that, or maybe Nathan Ake as well, because yeah, it's a great goal by Trent, but I don't know who's giving the man of the match out there because that's very sentimental. I'd argue there might even be a Liverpool player that's played better than him. But, you know, it's a massive goal. I get it. But I think it's a little bit of the old who scored again, isn't it? Terrible kick out by Alisson again. Samiskas will do well. What is he doing with his kicks, Alisson? Is he wearing Check his bloody bank account. His kicking's been terrible. It was a great save by Foden, though. From Foden by Alisson. It's incredible, isn't it? I think he's hurt his hamstring now. It's going to be a corner. Well, Alisson's gone down here. Well, we're going to get another 10 minutes now. No, he's up. He's up. He's going to play on. That's what they're saying. We don't want time added on here. No, I don't. If this ends up 1-1, give Trent man of the match. I ain't got a problem with it. I just think that. Oh, right across the face of the goal, Haaland. I tell you what, it's one of those where he's flicked it at the front post. It's gone right across the back post, and you just think somebody's going to get a touch on it. And thankfully, it's gone out for a goal kick. It's not gone off his head. It's gone off his back. And Nathan Ake's net. Oh, I tell you what, he would have been man of the match then. It's gone off the back of Haaland's back, right across the face of the goal, and nobody's there to put it home. Blow the whistle, says Queen B. Oh, thanks everyone who's tuned in, by the way. 24,000. Make sure you subscribe. We're back live at 3. We've got Spurs Villa tomorrow. Champions League's back in midweek. Great to have the football back. It's not been a great game, this, but I think it's been a great result. That's what I would say. We've had the 8 minutes now. Diaz, what is he doing there? Yeah. Referee has blown the whistle. I'll take that and I'll party. I'm very, 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 very happy with that result, to be honest with you. It just keeps everything ticking along nicely. And as I say, it will feel like a win for Liverpool. It'll feel more like a loss to Man City. Not because Man City were dominant, just because they were leading with 20 minutes to go. Let's have a quick look at the top of the table as things stand at the moment. And you will see that that puts Man City still top with 29. Liverpool a point behind with 28. Arsenal win against Brentford puts them top today. So lots of excitement around the way things are going at the moment, I think. Right, I'm going to do a quick mixed match reaction. I'll be back with you at 3 o'clock for Newcastle against Chelsea. I'll see you in a little bit.